Hi, Michelle McDowell here. Lesson 15 teaches us a valuable lesson. What happens when we refuse to listen to God? This is what happens to Pharaoh when he refuses to listen to God. Moses does leave Midian. He comes back to Egypt to rescue the Israelites as God had instructed him to do. He went before Pharaoh and he told him, "The Lord God of Israel told me to come and to say to you, let my people go, that they may celebrate and worship me." Pharaoh was not going to let the people go. His heart was hardened. He said, "Who is this Lord that I should obey his voice and let Israel go? I don't know this Lord. And besides, I will not let the people go." So this request made Pharaoh very angry, to the point where he made it so difficult on the Hebrew people. He increased their workload and made their tasks so hard it was impossible for them. They continued to cry out to God, and God heard their cries. 10 times Moses came to Pharaoh and said, "Let my people go." And 10 times, when Pharaoh refused, God began to send plagues. And the land that he possessed was quickly slipping out of his hands. The first 6 plagues were water turned to blood, and frogs, and gnats, and flies. And the Egyptian cattle died. And then there were boils. Pharaoh continued to say, "Let these plagues stop, and I will let your people go." And time after time, he reneged on his word. He said he was going to let the people go, but he did not. So God continued to put the pressure on Pharaoh. 9 times Pharaoh agreed to let the people go if God would just get rid of the plagues. Nevertheless, on every situation, he changed his mind. His heart was continued to be hard. He sent a next group of plagues: hail, locusts, and darkness. And the same thing continued to happen. Finally, Pharaoh told Moses, "Leave this place. I never want to see your face again." And Moses answered, "And it is as you say." Moses left. And this will leave us with a question. What can happen to us when we refuse to listen to God? We're going to find out in our next lesson how and when God changed Pharaoh's heart to the point where he let the people go. Something very tragic had to happen. I'll see you next time.